what's good, what's happening? It's your girl Sun Republic and welcome back to another video. So I do all things life improvement, chit chats, hair, teeny sprinkle bit of beauty, as well as vlogs. In this video we'll be talking about growing as a personal brand or just boosting your brand in general. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the same gang because you do not want to miss out. Turn on my post notifications to get notified whenever I do post. Without further ado, let's get into this video.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once.
So first and foremost, I would not be giving advice to people that I will not be taking myself. Okay, so let's get into this growing as a brand 101. So if there's something that I've managed to do was get a split personality. There's Saint Republic and then there's, you know, my government name. So I've really managed to split those into two different people and managed to also just be those two different people in different settings where applicable. And if that is something that you can manage to do, I 100% agree to it. And if your name is your personal brand, right, you want that to be something that is very reputable. So find a name or use your own name as something or an asset that can be very reputable and that stands for something strong or that gives off an image of what you stand for or what it is that your brand is about. So these are 4 or 5 main points that you would need in building your personal brand. Number 1 would be marketing, adding value, consistency, quotes. Okay, so let's get into marketing. As a personal brand, your brand is a business. Your name is a business, or you are the business, right? So in terms of marketing that, you got to look at the things that is first your competition. Are you your own competition, or is there other people that is in your niche that are your competition, right? You also need to know how you are able to market yourself. How are you marketing yourself? To what audience are you marketing yourself? Are you marketing yourself to kids, to adults, to beauty gurus, to fashionistas, you name it? You've got to know who your audience is and how you can market to your audience in order for you to be able to basically get into the market as a business or as a personal brand. In terms of competition, the best thing I have learned for myself is that you are your own competition until there is somebody copying you, right? So you know you're doing a great job when people want to be like you, and there aren't anybody like you on the market. That is when you know you don't really have any competition besides yourself, right? And how are you the competition? So you've got to think as to how am I the competition, or who is the competition, right? Are you the competition, or is the person that you are looking up to the competition, or are the people around you or within that market space your competition? Because competition is necessary in order for you to grow, better yourself, as well as just pick and choose how you want to market yourself as a brand or as an individual. Now to point number 2, this is adding value. So how are you adding value to the people that you are marketing yourself to, right? How are you adding value to your brand? How are you adding value to the services that you are providing? How is it different from what other people are providing their services, right? So for instance, let's say you want to become a motivational speaker. What are you talking about that is adding value in somebody else's life? Or what are you talking about that is adding value in your own life? Because I believe, as somebody who is a motivational speaker, where does the motivation come from, right? It has to stem from somewhere in order to be somewhere so that people can actually acknowledge and accept that motivation. You cannot be a motivational speaker if you're somebody that is unmotivated and lazy and that has no motive or drive in general. So where does the motivation come from? Also, what values are you setting for your brand? How are you incorporating the values that you have set for your brand in ways that'll benefit you, right? These are all questions that you need to be able to ask yourself, as well as execute as a personal brand or as a business brand in general. This can be in terms of a clothing brand, a shoe brand, in terms of how you want to grow, so that your audience is able to see and value that value, or take it in as something that is valuable. Remember, anything can be of value when you put a price to it. So what is the value of your brand, and how are you incorporating the values of your brand to resonate with your audience or your customers? So my third point would be consistency. And this is something that everybody screams about. Consistency is key, right? And the reason why people scream that consistency is key is because it has been proven to work. When you become consistent in either actions, words, right, it is proven that there will be progress in terms of how consistent you are and where you want to be consistent in certain areas of your life, or in all aspects of your life, business, or just anything in general. Find if you are inconsistent, there will definitely be irregularities in terms of how you are doing things, how your business is run, how your personal brand is run, or how your studies will be. So if you're not studying constantly, right, if you're not gaining knowledge in terms of a test that you're writing tomorrow, you will fail miserably because you have not put in the work to seek that knowledge or to remember that knowledge, right? And I wouldn't say consistency makes you perfect. I'd rather say consistency allows you to practice in terms of being able to know something better. As much as you tend to struggle with something, if you put in the time, the effort, and the work, you would do something correctly and you'd get better at it like nobody's business. So yes, people say consistency is key, and that is because consistency is key. You will not see growth with being inconsistent or with not putting in effort whatsoever. So what do you expect, right? It's like having a shop that you're not constantly refilling stock in. What are people gonna buy? Nothing. You might as well close the shop, right? Or it's like providing a service where you're never available to provide the service. So what service are you providing? Nothing. People won't hire you. People won't look out for your services because you're never available to provide the services that you so-called claim to provide. You have to show up. You have to be there. You have to put in the work. You have to want it. Like, you really have to want it bad. This works in all areas of your life. Being consistent in your routines, or being consistent in something that you set out to be good at, will help you be where you want to be, or be further than where you want to be. Lastly, it is quoting / pricing. How are you pricing or quoting in terms of value? How you price yourself or how you quote certain things or certain products really determines how people will either treat you or the type of target market that you are setting for your personal brand. And pricing is very important in order for you to know how you are going to do a business. For instance, as somebody who is a content creator, right? Sometimes brands do take advantage of smaller creators in terms of pricing. But if you're not standing on business, right, like people are saying, and how you are quoting things, and if you're not building relationships and then working on bettering your content, or if you're somebody that has quality content, are you really pricing your content based off of your following? You pricing your content based off of the quality of your content? And you really have to sit through, like, damn, I'm really posting out quality content. I might not have a huge following or huge engagement at the moment, but my content meets the standard of somebody that has been doing this for several of years. And for somebody that might have a lot of followers, you'd find that the quality of their content is poor, right? But they just have a lot of followers, and you'd find that they are pricing way higher than somebody that has quality content. These two different things can switch up very quickly. It can determine how you earn as a content creator or as a business based off, how can I say, your marketing, your value, your consistency, and those three things really determine how you do your pricing of a product or the services that you are providing to either a brand or a company or to customers. Those are my 4 tips on growing as a brand, business, content creator in 2024. These are tips that I use in my life as well. If you do find some inspiration and this does help you in some type of way of mapping out how you want to do things, I am happy that you have gotten this information. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Saying Gang. Turn on my post notifications to get notified whenever I do post, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Do let me know in the comment sections down below what you guys want to hear next.